Alrighty, we are back. Jackson Schoepp, myself, Erik Ruck, the Supreme Commander
Oh yeah.
of Ronix Quality Footwear.
Let's talk about the Supreme Boa, man. What better segue?
Let's get it. Jake Palat, Tyler Heim, at the time, two young guns, two totally different style riders
Oh yeah.
coming together to kind of fill a missing part of the Ronix puzzle in footwear.
Yeah, totally. I remember following that so closely, and it was so unique because even like Jake and Tyler, different body styles, different sorts of flow, and that they were coming together to work on a project together. And like, I remember some of those early Supreme boots, right, as we launched the Super Strap, like just completely different concepts from what we traditionally do, right?
Totally. Yeah, that's right, the Super Strap.
Yeah, those teal ones, and then the green ones. Like, there's a lot of cool boots in there that.
You know what I loved about that first teal one is that it fully reminded me of the Back to the Future Nike.
Oh yeah. No, I
You
got
know what I'm
yes.
talking about? The one that straps up by itself.
Yep. That would have been a cool video for sure.
All right. So,
Yep.
we'll carry on from Back to the Future for now. But the name,
Right. Supreme Team. Remember that hashtag?
we still use it.
Sandwich technology.
Sandwich technology. Yeah, we still use it.
Yeah.
Still use it. Where did the name really come from?
I think it was just a combination of those two coming together to be like, hey, like, how do we make a boot for both of us? Like a Supreme boot, right? It doesn't necessarily associate itself with some of the other brands that go by Supreme, right? Like, it's still near and dear to our hearts at Ronix, but I've been super like excited to see this series evolve, man. Like, considering where it started from, it's come a long way.
100%. Kind of, it is interesting, like in the beginning, the Supreme was two riders, two different styles that can be accommodated by a single collection. You know what I'm saying? Now moving forward, Tyler Heim is now riding the one, and now Jake Palat is single-handedly steering the ship.
For sure, which I'm really excited to see that continue as well. Like, I think they both deserve a spot in the lineup, and we'll just continue to evolve each one of those independently.
100%. I think moving forward, I think Jake's vision this year has been really, really cool. I know you've done some really cool stuff with, we'll talk about it more as we get to it, but I mean, boas and just, aesthetically, I think it's a really, really cool boot, and I think the Supreme as a whole is on a really cool trajectory.
Yeah, the Supreme since the beginning has tried to be like something that's not so traditional, right? Like, I mean, you see it in all other industries. I mean, snowboarding, anything, like there's multiple enclosure systems from all these brands, right? So like, we've obviously got our auto lace locks on the RXT and the One. Like, what could we do to throw a wrench in things and come up with a completely different system to secure your foot that's going to resonate with some of those customers that are ready to try something new?
And also, with the RXT, the One, your high-end wakeboard, you're looking at a little bit more of a affordable price range at the same time.
Totally. So maybe doesn't have as many bells and whistles, but it's still got all the stuff that makes our boots so good, man.
Exactly. It keeps reoccurring in every conversation we're having, every boot, but got to bring up Intuition Liner.
Yep, it's our recipe to make the best boots on the market, man. Like, they're just such a good brand partner. They're so good when it comes to customized fit. So if you have an irregular shaped foot, if you'd like to cut down on your break-in time, all you've got to do is take these into the dealer, get them nice and piping hot on their boot cooker, put those socks on, get them to morph to the same shape as your foot, and then you're good to go, man. Like, they just no more break-in time. It perfectly matches it. And with our double elastic technology, like, the outer surface of that liner is also matched with our shell. So like, once you get that inner surface dialed to the shape of your foot, like, you're good to go. No dead space.
You like to cook?
Here and there, when I have to, when I'm hungry.
When you're hungry. Looking at, like, if the Ronix boot line was a menu, and you're looking at every boot and you're looking at the ingredients.
Yeah.
I mean, intuition is kind of like the holy trinity of ingredients, which the holy trinity of cooking is carrots, onions, and celery. You know, everything gets cut up. That's like the base of almost everything, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's intuition. And
right.
In our list of ingredients, that's intuition.
Dude, it's so important because like that's where the boot meets your foot, right? Like we can talk about all the base plate, the different materials, but like where the boot actually meets your foot is so important just for like how long you're able to take sets, how comfortable you are in your boots, right? Like we don't want people cramping and everything else. Like this has been such a good partnership for us.
100%, 100%. Moving from liners, let's look at some new materials or you know, continuing materials.
Right. So the Supreme definitely got a facelift this year. So we're so lucky to work with our brand partner BOA on top of Intuition and many of our other brand partners, but completely redesigning the BOA for this year. So like we talked about the early days of the super strap, and then it evolved to have a BOA enclosure system over the past few years. And now we've completely redesigned that BOA enclosure system and really feel like we've taken out some of those pain points. So BOA has a new platform that they refer to as their M4. It's a super cool dial bayonet design where everything is like modular, for lack of a better term. And the way we've designed it is to more uniformly like wrap around your foot, right? So instead of just putting some laces on top of your foot, we now have like a full wrap system that is dictated by that BOA. And from everything I've felt, man, the board feels unreal because you're just getting like so much wrap in that lower part of your foot. And we've taken away some of those pain points when it came to BOA lace maybe like seizing or locking up. Like we're able to make sure that you're able to quickly get out of those boots with this new redesign.
And the redesign has a lot to do with kind of a repositioning, right?
Oh yeah, so we're actually the first BOA brand partner to put the dials on the insides of the boots. Normally they have a hard and fast rule that they've always got to be on the outsides, but in our case, like they're screwed to the board, right? Like you're not gonna be walking around in these things. So it's super unique to be able to put those on the inside where they stay nice and protected. And it also results in like a better, more consistent wrap around the outsides of your foot, which are really dictating the motions on the board. So
very cool. Very, very cool. You know, something that we've been talking about in another main ingredient,
of course,
in the menu of Ronix boots is the chassis.
Yep.
And we got some cool things to talk about here.
Yeah, brand new chassis for 2026. So we've obviously been in the brain frame chassis with this model for many, many years. Brain frame has been so good to us, right? Like we learned so much about like putting that much emphasis in like the full height skeleton and the responsiveness, and we've been able to evolve that and kind of incorporate some of those best ideas from brain frame into now this new mainframe 2.0 high cut. So we still have that high cut, that full length skeleton, but now it's more adaptable to our mainframe 2.0 base plate, and it actually removes some of the parts that we used to have to deal with. So it's a more simplistic, more durable, rigid connection between that shell and that skeleton, and I think it's really gonna turn some heads as we get it out there.
Very cool, very cool. Sizes, it looks like we got 6 options, ranging 6 to 14.
Yeah, of course, like the Supreme boots for everybody, right? Like, and if you've got a bigger foot, or even if you're coming up through the ranks, like the benefit of having a closed toe boot could not be like more overstated, right? Like having a closed toe boot and how much more communication and feedback you get is so important that like even as you're coming up through the ranks, even if you're only on the boot for a year because your foot's still growing, like the progression you'll see from something with a closed toe is super unique and like is going to be picked up on right away. And that's why we pride ourselves on offering so many different size options.
It's kind of like the Supreme is the people's boot.
Yeah, the people's boot, exactly. It is, man. Like it's
the wakeboarder's boot.
Exactly. You're not going to see this anywhere else. It's definitely unique in the way it looks too. So.
You know, I kind of feel like that it's very fitting because I feel like Jake is one of those guys that's like a wakeboarder's
champ. Yeah, exactly.
Wakeboarder.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a handful of guys like through like wakeboarding that have been like wakeboarding's wakeboarder.
And they just do it right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like rarely do you see their stuff being sieged. It's on point.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Let's talk about flex.
Yeah, so flex rating on this one, like we've obviously got our lower boundary of the RXT being super, super soft. Got our upper boundary of the one boot being super, super supportive and more responsive left to right. So this one will be actually a 7 out of 10 flex rating. So it'll be one click below that one boot. You're gonna notice a ton of support. We were actually able to implement the feet belts into this design too, which is brand new for the Supreme. Typically we just had the super straps. And so.
Oh, no kidding. So this is the first year that feet belts are in.
Yeah, feet belts are in the thing. There's no longer like any void between the boa and that upper enclosure. Like we've got the feet belts in there. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Back and better than ever, man. That's what our boots do so well. So we wanted to incorporate that, and by doing so, like it is a bit more on the stiffer side. It's not quite as stiff as a one boot, but having all that support now, having those Cordura advanced fabrics around you, like it's little brother to the one boot when it comes to flex.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like hearing that. You know, kind of on a wrap up and overview of the Supreme boot, you know, like we started out a collection that, you know, could facilitate for two different style riders, you know, brought together one. Now Jake's running with it. I mean, where do you see the Supreme boot going, and you know, where's the popularity? What's the story? What's the vision?
Yeah, so I mean,
here on out.
Right, like we talked about, like Jake's been such a great asset to the Supreme brand, but also super crucial for the development of this boot. So it's been so fun to work with him. Like he gets hands-on samples, he gets riding, is able to give really good feedback, and I think he has such a vision for, like you said, like the Supreme's for everybody. So he's had such a good vision through this process of like, hey, let's get a boot that you love, but let's get a boot that everybody's just gonna put on and love. So I'm excited to see that continue to grow. A more cost-effective option for some of our higher end models, but it still has a bunch of bells and whistles and a ton of performance.
Heck yeah, well, I would have to say that I am supremely excited for this boot.
Oh yeah.